You can either leave this and maybe die, or you can try doing the surgery.
New tonight, one South Florida woman shares her nightmare story about a medical device she says nearly killed her. The Food and Drug Administration says hundreds of thousands of patients could have the same thing happen. Contact 5 investigator Jared Werksma joins us now live in our newsroom. Jared, what are the devices for?
Well, Michael, it's called an IFC filter, and you can see one of them right here. Now, it looks pretty big and scary, but in reality, they're about 2 inches tall, and these legs bundle together really tightly so that it can be inserted into the main artery underneath your heart and lungs, and then this opens back up again and stops clots from reaching your heart and lungs. Now, one woman we talked to in Fort Lauderdale today feels that the devices themselves are more harmful than the clots could ever be.
Awful lot of pain. You imagine a balloon getting stretched.
Claire Austin suffers from excessive blood clots.
So they determined that it was safer to have a filter in place. Doctors
implanted an IVC filter made by Bard Medical in the fall of 2010. By 2013, she had a problem.
Can you describe the pain at all?
It's like a knife being pushed into your stomach.
Her IVC filter turned sideways, one of several problems the FDA has warned of since 2010.
And it sounds like this must have been very difficult.
Yeah, thankfully my parents were here, and they, they came and took care of me because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move.
The condition worsened until the filter perforated her artery and punctured her pancreas.
I was in a position of, you can either leave this and maybe die, or you can try doing the surgery.
After surgery, she reached out to attorney Joe Johnson.
By the time Claire reached out to me, I had been involved in this litigation against Bard for quite some time.
How many people are walking around with these things in their chests?
I believe that with the G2, there probably are at least 100,000 of those filters that were implanted in people. And they have a failure rate of more than 50%.
50% of the time?
Yes.
Where are you getting that number?
From Bard's documents.
And in cases like Austin's, removing the filter is extremely invasive.
When I woke up, I was in horrendous pain.
She can't undo the past, but she hopes suing Bard will make for a better future.
They need to take responsibility for what they've done.
All right, now here is a part of a response that I received from Bard a short time ago. It says, well, we can't speak to specific details of individual patient experiences. When used as instructed, the Bard IVC filter have a safety profile consistent with published medical guidelines. Now, right now, the FDA is recommending that IVC filters only be used on a temporary basis. So if you have one or you know anybody else that might have one, the best thing to do is to go see your physician to talk about your options. For now, we're live in the newsroom. Jared Werksma, WPTV, News Channel 5.